I want to talk about everything that I have been seeing happening with this new format over the weekend. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. This is it should have been like a car video in a parking lot while I was driving to locals, but I decided to do this at home. So I want to talk about everything I've been seeing new format-wise over the weekend here. You might have noticed the content's also been a little bit weird. It's been like replays and things like that. I've been busy with card business, every event under the sun, between, the rotating Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Events. It's been crazy. So, this new format, one of the coolest things that I have seen so far was, I think, Ryuji, a 50-card pile, made second place after Swiss in Kong's event. Now, as we are filming this, Top 8 has not officially unfolded yet. I know that Triff is also in Top Cut. I will have all of the deck list for you all. I would assume I'll probably do the breakdown on Tuesday or Wednesday of this week for you guys. So before everybody's, starts bombarding me with the, hey, what's going on with the Kong's Cards tournaments, Robbie? Patience. I'll get through the replays. We'll get some commentary laid down. I will get all of that stuff fundamentally taken care of. But Ryuji is not unexpected to see, especially as a rogue choice. I have seen an ungodly amount of people talking about dinosaurs this format as like a concept to want to play. And I guess I can get behind that. Systematically, dinosaurs do have some incredibly good stuff. Problem is unfortunately, Misk is still limited to one. So whatever, incredibly broken combo lines that you're going to try to bridge down, it's not going to happen the way you want it to. But Ryuji basically tries to compensate that by allowing you to have the chance to be able to set up. So, also, some of the rank 10 stuff that, you have access to in decks like that, I am not all that surprised to be seeing that as an option. Now, Yummy, especially when you're looking at the post-Justice Hunters stuff. If you are absolutely shocked that Yummy's the best deck, especially after I kind of went through and did the top 10 decks a little bit ago today, what are you thinking? What did you think was going to be the thing? Did you just think that, Obedience School got limited and you were like, oh, hey, Marshmallow does nothing? No, Marshmallow literally minus 2 broken cards plus 2 okay, one of, standard starters that you can actually, play the game with. And I think that's fine. People just need to, kind of get ready for that. There's also, I guess I should probably say, last night we had the Teller Knight stuff drop. This is like the little DLC plug-in to the video. Teller Knights dropped last night. I sold out of every stupid Teller Knight card that I had in inventory. People are really believing in Constellar Knight Diamond. Now, this doesn't help the meta zooming down, but for the future meta, I'm actually surprised by how many people wanted Constellar and Teller Knight cards. I kind of forget how many people actually like Teller Knight as a concept. It's definitely one of those more interesting fan favorite decks that we've seen kind of come throughout the year. So I guess it's my fault for underestimating that. I also want to give a special plug in here to Ryzel. Ryzel right now is, I think, being the most interesting to explore because you have the Heraldic Beast variant still. I mean, we still have triple. Do people, have you not realized yet that we still have 777 Tachyon? You still have 4 copies of X Ryzel that you can play around with in your deck. That has not changed, people. And until people realize that, and they're like, oh, Ryzel's a completely dead deck, it's not even rogue anymore. What the fuck are you on? This deck still, okay, so you got the Heraldic Beast ring, you have Zodiac now coming to town, you still have Fiendsmith that you can play around because normal summon Ice brings out a guy, and then you're able to go ahead and go down full Fiendsmith combo that way. You could still try to play Mitsurugi with it. Losing King of the Feral Imps did crack the bridge that you had. I feel like the Mitsu variant is really not as good as we kind of want to explore. I've also seen, this was pre-list, but there's a couple people messing around with like Rizel Yummy. Don't even get me, oh my god. The amount of Yummy variants that you can splash and things, because we saw what? Purely Yummy. I did see, I don't have them in front of me, but there's a couple of other variants. But Rizel's got a lot of stuff going on with it that you can mess around with. You got a lot of Yummy. If you just don't want to play Yummy in its incarnation, just go play some of the hybrid builds. Go have fun with it. This is also Linkuriboh in the deck. I've there's a lot of interesting opinions on Linkuriboh being like, you know, it doesn't do anything for the deck. It's another arrow that points down. I don't hate the idea of Linkuriboh. You know, people being like, well, you know, you may as well be playing a 14-card extra deck. You were basically playing a 14-card extra deck beforehand, so I mean, playing the Linkuriboh, I expect to see very polar opinions on the Linkuriboh situation. Just because that's what I kind of expect from this community. I expect the community to be smashing around, twisting, bopping, turning, and going with all of that. Also, from my initial testing, I think I've said this already, but I'm leaning towards playing Sky Striker for a little while. Vanquish Soul feels so fragile, and the more that I've seen like people coping with VS, the more that it pretty much just solidifies my opinion that losing double Stake Your Soul, losing double Rosin was enough to basically put the deck down. Once again, I do not hate the people that are trying out Rizel. Good on you if you can find a way to make this deck, you know, still work. And I think that's what we're looking at, is we're hoping out for any shred of hope that we can have that, you know, this deck still can be played. And I'm rooting for you guys. I am. I hope that, you know, maybe Nori patches the deck in a way to actually help out with what you guys are trying to do. But it's not for me. Overall, the excitement out of this format, the amount of Yugi-tubers that are testing out this format too, has been insane. The Yubel stuff, I saw Jar from Lithium, which was pretty cool. There's a couple of decks that I saw that I really, really wanted to mess around with. And also, I will say Malice is not totally dead. Malice is itself still, I mean, you lost a Dormouse, which, I mean, very much hurts. But it's not like you can't compensate for that and try to patch up, you know, some of the problems that we're going with that. Also, Memento is completely left untouched too. I think that one's an interesting one in itself. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's gonna, you know, crack up. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, but Sulfa Cord is kind of sitting over here in the back. I think that there might be something to that deck with K9. I have not had the chance to sit down and see what's going on with that. I know it's been heavily discussed, but from this point right now, I think it's going to take somebody actually testing it out and figuring out, you know, what they're going to do. And also, you know, you've got the Mjolnir lock in the background. Overall, I mean, we're in the exploration phase. This will always be the best time of any format where people are trying to figure out, you know, what's going on, why this is working, and all of these other crazy things. And this usually, like I said, is one of the happiest times to be in a format. So what do you guys think? Please, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.